are back. Finally, after we told you
we wouldn't you again.
we wouldn't go on a hiatus.
And yet,
We did it.
we did.
We did, and it took traveling to another state to make it happen. So if you don't remember, I'm Ricky. With me always is,
Cristobal.
and a special guest that we have today, our friend, Greg Clark.
Hello.
Hello. We are down in just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. We've been at a conference for the week and brought the podcast stuff down to catch up with you guys.
Yeah,
have a little
some
fun.
It's been a minute.
Listen, it's fun talking, but it's more fun talking into a microphone because then it
is.
feels purposeful.
That's
More
true.
purposeful. The chatting.
What do you think?
Feel like it's on purpose.
I'm really concerned about your input level during this podcast.
Like volume wise or like what else?
No, like your conversation.
Oh,
You're not a very conversational person.
yeah.
Well, that was
That's the
that
very
was
opposite.
insulting.
No, that was
I'm
very-
normally the insult guy.
No, that was
Look at you
that's the very
triumph.
opposite of Greg Clark. So that's why I'm excited to have him here so he could.
What he's letting us do,
Opine.
he's letting us steer. He's
Correct.
coming along for the ride.
It's your show.
Yeah.
The-
We're on a little bit of a rodeo here.
I'm just in the back seat.
All right. Fair enough. So what are we going to talk about today, Ricky?
Well, while we were down here, we went to a grocery store, a Harris Teeter, which I've only seen down here. It looks like a fine grocery store.
Yeah.
A little pricey.
A little more on the upscale.
Yeah. But it was good. But while we were down here, we noticed something in the chip aisle that we don't normally see back home. That at least I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't want to have this whole thing predicated on us being just wrong. But that happens.
That
from
happens from
episode
time to
to
time.
episode for all
Yeah.
the episodes. But
I've watched all the episodes and you're usually wrong.
perfect. Perfect. But while we were in the aisle, we saw a large size bag. Do we have that bag anywhere?
I think it's in the other room.
Okay. Well, we found a large size bag of the Miss Vicky's chips.
Yeah. Kettle cooked.
The kettle cooked chips.
I guess they call them deli style chips.
I
as
call
well.
them. Oh, I call
Well, they
them
typically
kettle.
come in the small bags, like when you're at a store, or like if you're at a deli, or getting a sub sandwich from like Jersey Mike's, those kind of things. But for the first time, I saw one in a larger bag, and I saw some other flavors that I did not recognize. Although what I grabbed for was just the regular old run of the mill kettle cooked with sea salt, and it was
That's my favorite
Delish.
of the kettle cooked. I don't
Right.
need a flavor because the kettle cooked just is packed with it.
yeah, it does
No
it on its own.
No, I like a plain kettle cooked chip the most.
It's kind of like
Chris is really concerned about your input level. No, but I mean, I'll eat it. Like Cape
Oh,
Cod.
yeah.
Cape Cod makes a good chip. That's a quality kettle cooked chip. They have like a white cheddar sour cream. I'll get that.
right
I like their.
salt and vinegar. They have a
Gross.
nice salt.
You know what? I
Sea
used to
salt
like salt and vinegar. I think I've outgrown it. It's
Okay.
just not my.
What about jalapeno?
I like Miss
jalapeno.
Vicky's jalapeno.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those are
that's
delish.
if I grab a bag from like Jersey Mike's or something.
The
it'll be
jalapeno is why I
jalapeno.
sighed
Oh,
at your assertion that plain was
was best.
the best.
but I'm that way with many things.
Picking
So
up
like
that
I'm that
sigh each time
I'm that way with
in
like
the mic.
with a hot dog. Like I like having toppings on a hot dog, but I'm also like super content with like just having a hot dog on a bun if it's a good hot dog. I like plain things and don't need a
Like a
condiment.
plain cheese pizza.
That's how Chris ended
Right.
up on the podcast.
If you like
Ricky's
just the,
affinity for plain
if you like the
things.
plain,
No,
then
we
you're
got it.
more than likely going to enjoy
I don't need to-
other flavors.
Expound on that.
What were you saying? We were calling you.
Well,
plain.
before I was so rudely interrupted by the two of you. No, I mean, I think if you like the run-of-the-mill typical plain, then you're more likely going to enjoy the rest too. What else it has to offer. But at least you know you like the kettle. Like, that's the thing is, like, typically the best chips, in my opinion, potato chips, I should say, are the kettle-cooked chips in general. And if you like those, they offer, I think, a more wide variety of flavors
Okay.
than even just Lay's potato chips would. Although there was
A wider variety than Lay's. Lay's has come up with some kooky flavors.
I was just looking at that
I was gonna
online.
say until recently they started to run some, short-term test pilot-like ones. Remember?
Yeah.
And then at one point you could choose the one you thought you could vote on what you think was the best. And then those ones, even when they won, were only limited, and then they went away. So
They
you
had,
still
like-
got your typical variety.
They had like prosciutto and mango
Oh, that I did not
chips.
see. I saw
Combination?
the chicken
combo.
and waffle.
Yeah, so it was like
That's a weird
they had
combo.
chicken and waffles. It was this whole series of
Yeah.
like weird combos.
They did the chicken.
Or-
Chicken and waffles is-
It's not a.
waffles.
It's for a
Prosciutto
chip. It's a
mango's
weird
weird.
combo.
Yeah.
I've heard that's a thing though,
Weird.
like a sweet and salty thing.
That's
with-
interesting because I eat prosciutto often. I never had it with mango.
You've never? Well,
Now we'll have something to try. Something different. But not on a chip.
No.
Not on a chip.
so if you had to pick your favorite style of chip, like mine is a kettle cooked chip is my favorite style of chip. What would you guys say?
I want to hear yours.
Tortilla.
Tortilla.
Tortilla chip. So outside of the potato chip.
Yeah. Funyun.
A Funyun.
Is that considered a chip?
It's
Comes in the same kind of bag.
It's in the same aisle.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's true.
I-
but are Cheetos considered chips?
How old are you?
They're not considered a chip per se.
Neither would Funyun then, right? I'm just trying to categorically understand this. I'm a category guy.
You are the one who on Chewy Candies
Oh, yeah.
chose. Oh shoot! Now I forget what angered
Swedish
me.
fish.
No,
No.
he doesn't like
I'm
Swedish
anti
fish.
Swedish fish.
Yeah, me
But there
too.
was a candy you brought up. Not Charleston Chew.
The Rolo?
Rolo.
Yeah.
You put that in the chewy candy category.
is chewy.
No, but we were talking about
caramel.
sugar-based like sweet
Is
Sour
there,
Patch.
Is there sugar in
Do
it?
you know how caramel's made?
No, I know it's. You know what I'm talking about. More of
Right. More of the fruity kind of candies.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get
So
it.
you hop categories all day long.
I
That's
do.
what you
I do what I want. That's true.
Hop along Cajano
So yours is tortilla though.
No.
and
So you're
Funyun.
in Funyun. So you're outside of the potato. So I'd say of the
What is
potato
a
chip
Funyun made of?
variety.
Not onion.
I don't even know.
Not onion.
Yeah, certainly.
100% not onion.
Yeah.
Oh, in the potato
In the
section.
potato section.
Like just
Oh.
I'm a plain old
Lay's?
sour cream and onion.
Oh, I like
Oh,
that.
like a Lay's sour cream and onion, or just any sour cream and onion.
Just store brand.
Okay.
Most of the time, I find store brand chips fall apart way too easily. Like they
They're
crumble.
They're too delicate of a chip.
Like if I get like Hannaford, I feel like the quality of that chip is
There
not
goes that
quite the
sponsorship.
same.
What about like the ridges or the wavy? Do you prefer one of those over just a plain
Not like thin.
potato? You like
Wispy.
thin? Okay.
Ooh, is that what that's called? Wispy?
Yeah.
It's wispy, yeah.
Breaks apart easy.
Okay. So that's why you like those ones.
I would go just like a plain yellow bag Lay's over Miss Vicky's kettle cook.
Really? Okay.
Okay. I like the hard crunch of a kettle cook.
I feel like you have to do too much work to eat kettle cook.
It's true.
Like I'm not trying to get a jaw exercise and fill my stomach at the same time.
All right.
Touche. Yeah.
Well, what's yours, Christopher?
I think I like something with substance, so I think I like the kettle probably more than anything else. But if I was to choose, if I didn't have kettle on the as an option because I didn't have it available, what have you, or I'm not in the mood even for kettle, my next would be something like the Wavies, something that's got some texture, not just wispy. You know what I mean?
But not small ridges. Wide waves.
yes, the wide waves.
Now
And
Cape
then the
Cod,
ridges.
Cape Cod, who I guess I'm trying to fight for being a sponsor, they have the kettle cooked wavy,
Oh, I don't think I've seen that or had that.
which would be even I think harder to chew. They
Yeah, that
feel
would
like a
be
harder
worse.
chip. But think of your jawline.
Goodness.
Come on, that
Matt
would.
Rife.
Oh, Matt Rife, yeah, Ryan Seacrest. That they got their look from eating kettle cooked chips.
Yeah, some people say it's that rubber thing.
Oh,
jaw
I've
workout
seen
thing,
those.
but it's not. It's kettle
It's
cooked
kettle-
chips.
Yeah, that's a secret ingredient.
Yeah.
Those little ad reels for that thing to chew on are so annoying looking. I don't know why it bothers me. I'm just like, I'm never going to do that. You want to know how Hollywood gets their jaw? They have this. I don't know.
I don't think
I could just scroll past it. But I end up watching it.
It's intriguing.
They got me hook, line, and sinker.
So what about the kettle? I like one of my favorite parts about the kettle cook is when they come out of the bag and they're all just folded together or roll. You know what I mean? Because in the process they don't stay
So you get a nice
straight or
big chunk of chip.
yeah. I like
even
those.
harder to chew chip,
Right, exactly.
which I do love.
Yeah.
I do
I like
love
those.
that.
It happens a lot often with the Lay's, but every once in a while, even with the Lay's chips, when you get those, just the regular old yellow bag, and you get one of those, they're even that much better because you almost like get this little, you get the grease, you know, like almost. It's not like it's popping the grease in your mouth, but you feel like you
I
get a
don't
little.
think I've
extra.
ever had trouble getting the grease from Lay's potato chips.
No, you don't have trouble with it. But
That
you
was
get a little-
Pringles' whole ad campaign.
You get a
was the
little
guy
extra,
eating the
though.
Lay's and then getting the grease
Yeah,
on
I've
himself,
ruined
right?
many shirts. with
Well, that's part of the good. That's one of the draws, I think, of those chips.
So do you lick
the
your
grace.
fingers after? I can't stand watching people do that.
I don't like the set. Yeah. Oh, that sounds even worse.
Yeah.
I'm
'Cause I have
careful
the
about it.
headphone and I can hear that.
Yeah.
So poor listeners.
Boy, a little
What was
on
that?
the wall. I don't know.
What happened?
That little
fell.
jar thing just tipped over.
On its own.
Oh, well, that's the Magnetos of the Lunch Break podcast. Things happen you can't explain because it's so epic, you know? Maybe somebody greased it up with some Lay's.
Lay's.
Lay's grease. Chris's favorite part of the chip is the grease. You really get that grease.
So you
get a
brought
little
up
extra
Pringles,
greasy.
though. Do you like it?
Yeah,
I
that
do
was
lo-
my
I
other thing.
love Pringles.
Canned chips.
But
Pringles.
there's something with Pringles. They don't call it a chip.
Well, they.
It's a potato
Crisp.
snack or something.
Yeah.
There's something different with
I think
with
they actually
Pringles.
argued in Europe that they were not a potato chip because they didn't meet the right ratio of potato with the other ingredients.
Just brought math into the potato conversation.
Yes, they did. And the reason why is I think
Very
because
European.
they were starting to put a premium tax or something on potatoes, and they're like, well, no, we're not really a potato chip.
Well, we can
We're
thank
not
George
enough
Washington,
potatoes.
and we don't have to care what Europe thinks anymore. I used to hate Pringles because it's hard to get your hand in the can.
It's true.
Like
Yeah.
you could just dump it onto a napkin or a plate,
Yeah.
but I was still trying to jam my hand in the can. No, can't.
Because when you're sitting on the couch,
As a
you don't have
kid?
plate.
Or as an adult, both.
It's the first time anyone's ever accused me of being an adult. So I just want to say thank
This is
you.
new territory. You've made it. You've made it to adulthood. How's it feel?
Because I'm like, as a kid, it's like, yeah, you're not thinking dump it out, make
Right.
it easier, because
You like the challenge of trying to get that out.
you're just thinking,
It's
I eat
different.
this out of this can. So I was just curious. So both. It seems.
Yeah. It's still
So like today, if we got some
tricky.
Pringles, you'd be like, I can't get it.
hand in the can.
Even harder than the Pringles can was when Lay's, and maybe
Oh,
they
yeah.
still
Oh,
make
that
them.
stupid plastic.
The
too.
plastic
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
that was like,
They were trying to rip them off, and
yeah,
that was even harder.
an odder shape than the can.
Shaped like an otter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You had to eat
An
the
otter
chip on your
box.
chest while
Otter
floating
can.
in the water on your back.
Yeah.
No. Is that your otter impression?
I'm trying to eat it off your chest. Sorry.
I never want to see that.
Never, Chris. Never do that
was
again.
Actually, I do want one more time. No.
So tortilla chips. What kind of tortilla chips do you go after? What's the first? Like if they had your, do you have a certain brand or you don't care? Or
Yeah, Santitas white corn.
I like Santinas. They're
They had to
probably
change
the
the
most
price on that
affordable
bag.
one too.
Yeah.
They're probably the most affordable of all of them too, aren't they?
I don't look at prices.
No, I'm just thinking in terms of when I'm at the store.
I've
You
never
don't
been to
look
the
at
store with
prices.
you. I definitely wouldn't look at prices when I went to the store with you. It's the only one where
does
the
that
price
mean?
is on the bag.
Yeah.
It's true. What was it? $2,
$2.99.
but now it's gone up. It used to be just
Oh.
a flat $2.
Yeah. Now it's $2.99. Why didn't they just make it $3?
because it feels less than 3 when you put
Right.
$2.99.
Shrinkflation.
All you remember is the 2. You don't remember that it's actually closer to 3. Anyway, Santina's, that's cool.
Yeah, I like some Santitas.
On the Border makes a great chip as
They
well.
do. Yep, I'm with you.
And
I
then
like
it
the
does
blue corn
local wine.
tortilla.
Yeah, me too. That's my favorite,
The,
actually.
The Tostitos organic blue corn. They're thin,
Oh, yes.
wispy. You can't dip them,
Yeah.
No, but they are good.
but they're
The right amount of salt.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
Do you
chip.
think a tortilla chip is
Lay on your back and try to eat them like this.
Yeah. Do you think it's a tortilla chip has to be substantial enough to be able to dip, or else why eat it? Right?
A tortilla?
Yeah.
Well, I think they have to be substantial enough to be able to dip into
salsa,
not a
maybe.
Tostitos salsa, but like more of your traditional, more liquidy
Like paste picante,
salsa.
which is a little bit more.
That's
Yeah, like
made in San
restaurant.
Antonio, Texas.
Like
Yeah, not in New York City.
Get a
like
rope.
everything else. San Antonio.
but like
Fort Worth, same thing, right?
Yeah, it's just a 5-hour drive.
Okay.
yeah.
Texas is
we
Texas.
we definitely underestimate the size of Texas.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Pretty much always.
I
I've
know.
never been there.
Well, I think people do the same thing with New York too. I remember when I first moved up to New York, my friends from Florida would say, "Hey, do you take the subway to school every day?" Like, no, I don't live in the city. There's a difference between the city and the country, or suburbs, whatever. Same with Texas, right? Although it's even more so, it's bigger.
There are no subways.
Well, yeah.
I mean, there's subways, but
There's Eat Fresh Subways, those kind of Subways restaurants.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But it's a very big state. I was
How did we
messing
get
with
here?
you. I don't know.
I-
So we were talking about tortillas
Oh,
and San Antonio being the place where paste picante is produced, right?
but like I'm thinking, so restaurant salsa.
Yes.
There's a difference when you get a thing of chips and salsa at like a restaurant. And Katie and I went out to dinner last Saturday at a Mexican place called Toro. And
Cool.
they had a thinner kind of chip, but the salsa was loose enough
Right.
to where it wasn't a problem.
you like
where
a
you
good
gotta have
loose salsa.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I guess I do. Or I like a more traditional pico de gallo, like where it's like the chunky,
Yeah, me
just
too.
vegetables pretty much.
Right.
That's really good, but that could be my bias.
But
from
once you
working at
once you
Moe's.
move into the guac territory, then you need a more substantial.
you need a
chip,
little
obviously.
sturdiness,
Yeah.
especially if it's a chunky guac.
You got to double
Yeah.
them up. Have you seen people talk about
I've
the
never
fact
tried
that
it
you
before,
wouldn't just
actually.
sit down and eat 13 tortillas, but if you cut them into quarters and fry them, I can eat 13 tortillas, no problem.
It's true.
It is.
It's all in the packaging or the
They don't
how
come in
it's delivered.
packages. They come in a bowl.
Do you make guacamole?
Oh yeah. Anyone can smash up an avocado.
Yeah,
Chris.
I'm wondering if that's something that you, as a Texan by birth,
From birth.
I thought you were gonna say by trade.
not by trade, yeah,
Also by trade.
you probably have like a particular recipe, or you just is it nothing that's special? You just
It's
like a
avocados,
family recipe?
tomatoes, onions, and salt.
no, I don't know if you have like a family recipe, like
Jalapenos.
that kind of thing. Okay,
I don't know.
So it's not just like you buy the avocado, squish them up, and put a little of that powder that you can buy at the store, and mix it up, and you're done.
Yeah, you don't do that.
You don't do that, right?
You
That's-
can do that though. There's nothing wrong with doing that if someone does that when they need to do that.
Don't let him
Like
off
a-
the hook
like a
for
Ricky.
this.
Like a Ricky.
Is that what you do?
No,
Yeah.
that's what he does. No, I like making it
sometimes
with all
it's
the ingredients you
delightful.
just mentioned, and of course a little lime, so it doesn't brown, right? And it also gives flavor. What?
I really
How
like.
slow are you eating the guacamole?
No, sometimes if there's some leftovers, you put it in the
Put
in
the seed
fridge.
back in it.
Put the what back in it?
Seed.
The seed? Oh, the seed.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Keeps
throw
it
that
from
out
browning?
immediately.
Yeah, me
Don't
too.
do that.
Why?
The seed keeps it from browning.
I didn't know that.
So you just stick the seed in there.
Yeah.
It'll
Cover
prevent
it with
it.
saran wrap. Put the seed back on.
Interesting. I never knew that. I thought that's one
That's
of the
why I'm here
reasons
today.
why they put Yeah.
I'm here
One
to
of the reasons
teach
why
new
they
things.
put lime. I mean, lime for the flavor, but also that was also a part of it that preserved it.
Yeah.
But you can just use the seed. I didn't know that. That's cool. Good to know.
The more you know.
The more you know. And who would have known that would have uncovered this piece of information on the Lunch Break podcast, talking about chips.
I am hungry now.
Yeah, me too.
Well, it's getting to be that 10:30 time almost. So
What's
That's
the
your
worst
eating time.
What's the worst chip you've ever had?
Worst chip.
If you were to say, you know what, I'll don't eat this chip.
hers,
world, that's to the whole world listening.
Hers ketchup flavored chip.
Anything ketchup.
Oh yeah, any cat. Yeah,
It was
I tried the Lay's
gross.
variety.
What is hers? Is that a brand?
Hers is a brand, HERR''S, based out of Pennsylvania, but they sell it up in New York. But they had like a ketchup flavored chip.
I had that.
It was
I
disgusting.
had the Lay's variety, but I think it was a Canadian thing,
Oh,
and they released it for a short period of time, and I tried it, and I was like, this is nasty. So I have to agree with that one. There's a certain brand of chip that I would always
does it start with a
avoid.
W?
Yes.
With an owl?
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be unwise
Wise
to
potato
eat
chip.
those.
Oh, they're not good.
I mean,
Actually,
I wonder what your take would be on them. Well, you don't seem to recognize them, the brand, but because they're more of a fall apart, not very
they just don't-
well made. I don't think.
I guess my issue with
Well-processed or
Wise is if I got their plain potato chip,
Right.
it's not a good chip.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I
It's
thought
not
they
a good
only
chip.
made popcorn.
Wise?
Wise.
They make chips too.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't know they made popcorn.
Like if you go to a place where you can get a variety of the small bags in a box, there's usually like a Lay's one, a Ruffles one, and then a Wise.
Ruffles have ridges.
Ruffles do have ridges.
I like Ruffles.
The cheddar and sour cream Ruffle is a
Oh,
good
yeah,
chip.
it's good. We can't
It's a
not-
quality chip.
Can't not talk about.
I just like cheese a lot. But yeah, why? I'm with you. I don't like Wise brand.
Do you like pimento cheese?
I
yeah.
do. I do.
Was it? Because you can dip a chip in that, so it applies.
Yeah. We can talk cheese anytime.
Yeah, we
just
can talk
love
about dips. I
cheese.
didn't even think about that. We're talking about chips. Why not talk about chip dips? We talked about salsa already. Do they have-
Guacamole.
Guacamole. What else is there?
I make this dynamite
French onion.
jalapeno ranch dip.
Oh, I do like that.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
What'd you say your least favorite chip was? Or did you not?
Yeah, I didn't.
I
I'm
didn't.
sorry, didn't hear.
He asked me and then answered for
Let's
himself.
hear you opine.
Ketchup's pretty bad.
That lousy chip.
I'm a pretty,
This is pretty
just a
bad.
pretty straightforward guy when it comes to chips. Give me sour cream and onion. Give me plain.
Well, you went yuck to salt and vinegar.
Oh yeah, hate it.
That's a love it or hate it chip. There's really
Correct.
no in between on it.
Right.
Yeah, and I hate
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I used to hate it as a kid, but then I
would-
learned to appreciate it and like it now.
I did like it and I ate it a lot, but then like my tongue would get raw.
Yep, because you eat so much of it.
Yeah.
It's
too
the kind of
much.
chip that
Yeah.
someone that hates themselves claims to love.
Well,
Like you just punish yourself. Like salt and
what
vinegar.
I think I like are the ones now that are not just made from that aren't just salt and vinegar like white vinegar, but salt and like balsamic vinegar or with
That exists?
apple cider vinegar or those different types of vinegar, and those are a little bit better because they're not as harsh.
They have
with the
chips
salt.
that have different kinds of vinegar.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you put the vinegar on your fries at Five Guys the other day?
I do.
You
I
did
like
that
that.
Maryland style.
I like that. Yeah.
Kate
Ooh,
does
With
that.
those
British
particulars,
chips.
with those particular ones.
Was that what they do? Oh,
French
French fries.
fries.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm just finding
They
all these
did too.
connections of how these things still apply.
Poker chips.
Poker
Poker
chip.
chips.
No, I don't know. I just use the word. Find the things that say chips.
So what about a French onion dip? Who's got
Well,
the best French onion?
before we go to dips, because I don't want to forget about this.
Go ahead.
Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed. No, we were talking about guacamole, and a chip that existed for a little while was Doritos guacamole flavored.
Oh, I did
Do
not
you remember
know
those
that
in like
existed. No,
the early 2000s?
I don't.
It tasted so good. It didn't taste like guacamole.
Yeah, but it
it was
tasted good.
such a good chip. But however, the green dye that they used on the chip also exited the body.
Green. Okay. And that was probably a turn on.
It was concerning
many
at
people.
first. I'm like, whoa.
I don't get it.
Can you explain that in a little more
Have you had
detail?
the Cuban sandwich lays?
Cuban?
No.
Oh, it's so good.
Really?
It's like a little ham flavor, a little mustard, a little pickle.
Pickle?
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's a thing? I've never
I've
seen
never
that.
seen that either.
you got.
check that
I
out.
would never get a Cuban sandwich. Like I would get many other sandwiches
like
before the
Cuban
Cuban
You'd
sandwich.
never get a Cuban sandwich.
I like a good
Yeah,
Cuban
I mean, I've eaten one because sometimes in my college they would
like
have
it's like a ham and
Cubans for
cheese
lunch.
sandwich.
But I mean, I guess I got a hot dog that was
It's
dangerously
a hot ham and cheese
close,
sandwich with
but with
with
the
some
pickle
pickle
on
and
it.
mustard.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't excite me. But the hot dog I got the other day from that food truck was practically a Cuban.
Oh, was it?
with a hot dog. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe my college has made such bad Cubans that I'm like, I never want to eat this.
That's probably the case. When you're mass producing them,
Yeah.
probably not as good.
I'm not even sure that they always used ham. Now that I'm thinking about
They
it.
used whatever kind of meat was available.
It's not a Cuban
Put some
sandwich.
bologna on there.
It's sliced ham and pulled pork.
Yeah. Pulled pork is on the Cuban.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't think they
sliced
used. I think it was ham, and then maybe they just tossed on
Check
some
out Good Time
turkey or
Barbecue
something.
for that.
Good Time Barbecue.
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
Good Time Barbecue, Scotia, New York,
How would I contact
Rotterdam.
them?
No, where is it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. They have a website?
I have a Facebook page.
There's a Facebook page.
Oh, there is?
Good Time,
Time
Barbecue.
At Facebook.
What are you doing?
At facebook.gmail. Post.com.
Do you guys have a MySpace
We
page?
do still have MySpace. And
A live
coincidentally
journal?
enough, Ricky is in our top friends. But Chris got put out for his love for salt and vinegar chips, and Miss Vicky's.
Miss Vicky's are good. Don't diss the Vic.
Don't diss.
Not a sponsor
Not a sponsor.
yet.
Sure, yeah. Anyway.
Another, and we'll get to
Any-
dips. We'll let you get to dips.
No, we don't have to.
But another,
You can drive.
there's all three of these chips that they don't make anymore. I feel like are in the same vein
Okay.
of being tortilla based. Though the one, it's like a Dorito. But remember 3D Doritos? They were like
Yeah, they were around
It was
briefly.
like a puff.
Yeah, I do recall them.
And like you could put it in your mouth and like you could like crunch it. Like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
had
yeah.
air in the middle. It was 3D Doritos. I loved those too.
Cheetos has a popcorn that's called Chester's Puffs, and it just kind of disintegrates in your mouth. It's magical. They're so
Really?
good. Yeah.
So it disintegrates the same way like a puff
Yeah.
would, like a.
Like is it like Pirate's Booty type material?
It's PG. Pirate's Bottom. I guess I've never had that.
Oh, okay. That's kind of puffy.
It's got a bad word in it, so I never bought it.
Booty?
Yeah.
Don't blush, please. Doritos, though, in general, because I have to talk about Doritos in general for chips.
So
One
when I
more
said
just
corn chip-
discontinued chip. I don't
Okay, go
know
ahead.
if so far I'm over 2 on you guys have having the chips that I'm
I haven't
bringing
had
up.
that yet. Yeah, I don't have the. I haven't
There
had
was
the
a chip when I was a kid called Pizzerias.
Pizzerias.
No?
Are they the rolled up ones?
No,
those are
it was
combos,
in the
right?
shape.
Oh, yeah,
combos. Oh,
The pizza.
don't get me
combos,
started on
Pizza
combos.
combos.
I love combos. No, it was like a Dorito, but the flavoring was like pizza flavoring. But the whole chip brand was called Pizzerias.
No, I would
I
have liked
love
to have
that
had
too.
Did it have the same type of pizza flavor as the combo pizzas? Like that?
It's,
It's what's in the middle of them.
Here, actually, I got it here because I wanted to make sure I got the name right.
Pizzeria.
It looked
Oh no.
like a Dorito.
oh, by Keebler.
Oh, that looks familiar.
Yeah, by
the
Keebler.
Keebler Elves.
Keebler.
I've never
Yeah.
had that. No.
It was.
I never will,
It was
unfortunately.
so good. Yeah, I don't think they make them anymore. There's no. I haven't seen them.
Were they
in
around when
years.
like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were big?
in the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's typically when people.
They're still big.
Pizza.
I don't know if you know that people still like the turtles.
They do. They've had a resurgence.
Who was your favorite turtle?
Raphael.
I think I went back and forth a lot because I liked Raph a
And
lot,
Donatello.
but
Me
then
and
Michelangelo.
Donatello.
Yeah, you're definitely Donatello.
I was like Donatello and Raphael were the two that I favored, and I would go back and forth, like you said, between the two.
Can you guess mine?
Michelangelo.
Yeah, absolutely.
As you said.
I'm surprised you even thought about it.
Yeah. No, it was fun. That's table that. We gotta have to have a podcast about that.
Whole,
About-
a whole
yeah.
Ninja Turtle.
Did you guys all? Did you both grow up watching it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Did you? Saturday
Well,
morning
The
cartoons.
movies.
Cartoons.
And the movies.
Video games.
Oh,
video
yeah,
games.
that's what Lily and I play on Super Nintendo is Turtles in Time for SNES. Turtles 4, Turtles in Time. Very good game.
Yeah.
Not good. Takes no skill.
Cartoon. Really?
Button smash and beat up foot soldiers.
Yeah.
But
Arcade style, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very good. But let's.
I'll leave with that.
I digress.
I digress. Doritos.
Well, we don't have any time to get to dips today. Sorry, no.
No, we could
Talk about dips.
Well, we don't have. I mean, I was still gonna talk about Doritos being such a huge powerhouse when it comes to chips. You know what I mean, and all the different varieties of chip. And what's your favorite Dorito chip flavor?
Well, I think we've both been sitting pretty well on
Yeah.
the spicy sweet chili.
Yeah, that is
That is so
the best,
good.
I think. Yeah,
I just like original.
just the original.
Nacho cheeser.
Nacho cheese.
No, there was an original that was just plain
No.
corn chip. Yeah.
No, there was not.
Doritos made a plain
They did
corn
They still
chip?
do. It's an orange bag. Check it out.
No.
Next time you're at Hanford,
Oh, is it the one that
trying to
looks
get
like
back in their
it's-
good graces after Ricky just wailed on him earlier.
Is it the one that? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. And it looks like a vintage style.
Yeah.
doesn't it? Okay. The ones I never pick up because it looks.
So
like,
it's like a
it looks like-
Frito almost.
It looks like it's been
but a
sitting there
Dorito?
since 1970.
It's like a tortilla chip.
It's
with
still got
no
a lot of-
seasoning on
But it's
it.
got a little bit of nacho.
Oh,
Seasoning to
Frito.
Fritos,
Chili cheese Frito.
chili cheese, because yeah,
No bag is big enough of chili cheese Fritos.
those are very good.
But it's Cool Ranch Doritos.
Cool Ranch
To answer
Dor-
your question seriously.
That was my favorite until I tried the spicy sweet chili. But I could eat both of them endlessly.
Yeah.
Like if there was actually a bottomless bag, I don't know that I would stop reaching in because I got full. They're just both that good.
Funny thing about Doritos is they just go so well with soda. Like if you're eating a bag of those chips and drinking soda, that there's a time where I would actually dip it into the soda.
Lost me. Lost me right there.
Yeah.
You're dipping chips in soda?
I was dipping Doritos.
What is with
in
people
soda.
dipping stuff in things that don't belong? Like
I-
fries in the Frosty?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that is really good.
That is good.
You guys could do an episode on Frosties. It makes me mad when they ask me what flavor
Oh, I
Frosty
know. I
want.
know.
And chocolate.
A
should
Frosty
only-
is
yeah.
chocolate.
Yeah, it's only chocolate.
Because they introduced the vanilla. They screwed
Yeah,
everything
but
up.
if I wanted
But now
vanilla,
they
I'll
don't-
tell you. If I say I want a large Frosty, I'm only talking
You shouldn't have to
but
define what
so
that
you don't
means.
like dipping your fries in it?
No.
Oh.
Have
I
you
never-
tried it?
no.
You should try it.
No, they're the,
It's a sweet and salty combo that is so good.
It is good.
you kids these days.
So I just judged him for dipping Doritos in soda, but I also will take cheddar cheese and eat it with an Oreo. So
You guys really know how to party.
Oh man.
I guess I can't come down too hard on it. I also, we've talked about this on the podcast, but my brother has a running joke that I have a cookbook called Fat Kid Delights from all the weird stuff I've combined together. So
Over the years.
chip and soda, I guess, is not
I'd love
the
to read it.
worst.
In a way, I was kind
There
of
might be some helpful recipes in there.
yeah. In a way, I was talking about a dip, even though it wasn't one that you would. Kind of,
I didn't see that dip
I thought
coming.
the soda was the dip.
yeah, well, it is. That's what I'm saying. Like the soda was the
Like
dip.
some people like French onion dip or ranch based dip. I just like soda.
like soda dip.
That's a good name for a kid if you were to name a kid. Soda.
Soda.
That's a Seinfeld reference.
7.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
What about soda?
Yeah. So dips. I like the French onion dip.
From the heck of a good people.
Those are good. You know what I like? Actually, the ones I like the best though.
Booty.
Hell
Hell
of
of
a good.
We're shaking things up.
Or just the old Lay's.
Have to change the rating on this podcast. All this fruity language.
Explicit.
I just like the old French onion in the tin can that Lay's puts out. You
So-
don't get much for it out of it.
Oh,
Hell of a
yeah,
good
yeah.
French
But there's
onion
something about it that just is
combined with
my
so
childhood.
You go through the French onion and then through the horseradish.
The bacon horseradish?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
So
could
get
combine.
do the both.
Interesting.
that sounds really good. You ever make the French onion dip with like the French
Oh,
onion
yeah.
soup packet and
Yes,
like
I love
sour
doing
cream
that,
or
too.
whatever? That's a good dip.
That's probably my favorite. To make
now I
it
Does
that
your
way.
family have a recipe for French onion dip?
Yeah, just whatever you find on the Lipton
Okay.
package. I just use
Not a
that.
sponsor yet.
I'm from the Lipton family of.
So much product placement today.
Can you just turn that bottle around, please?
No, they'll sue you.
For free advertising?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they would. Listen, millions.
Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Zero Calorie Cola?
Yeah, that's a mouthful.
Not a sponsor.
Yet.
Want me to get some chips for you to dunk in there?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, man. Chips.
Well, I think we may have exhausted the amount of conversation we can have on chips, or at least we probably
Someone's-
should have for
we're gonna-
today because we do have to
Right. Have to leave soon.
pack up and get out of this
I just have a
Airbnb.
feeling somebody's going to berate us for not bringing something up. With
That's
the
what happens.
Yeah.
That's what comment section's for.
True.
Like, battle it out down there.
Yeah.
How'd you
Go
guys
to
talk
it.
about chips and not bring up
The show
Yada, yada,
chips.
yada. Or chocolate chips, right?
Listen, I tried bringing up poker chips.
Yeah, it just
You did.
Didn't work.
There's nowhere to go with that.
No.
Not edible. Edible poker chips. I don't know the point
Dipped
of
in,
it.
that
dipped in soda.
Dipped in soda.
All right, well, hey,
Hey,
This is
it's
fun,
been
huh?
fun.
thanks for letting me play.
Yeah.
We
We want to
enjoy your time.
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
Oh, man. So many times.
We'll have to, well, no, we have to have you back.
Well,
on.
we wanna
We'll
talk barbecue
talk
at some
about
point.
Your expertise.
especially good time
Poker?
barbecue.
Yeah, yeah, poker. Beyond that, meats.
Arby's?
Ooh.
We have meats.
Oh, we have to have a fast food episode.
Do we not have one? How come we've not?
I don't think we had an overall fast food
Oh, we should
episode.
definitely
We talked
do that.
about McDonald's for a whole episode.
So, what are the two that came out of this one that we plan for next time? Ninja Turtles.
Ninja Turtles. Write this down. Write this down.
Ninja Turtles
Take a little note.
and fast food. Oh, and meats. Smoked meats.
Smoked meats.
Yeah.
I love it.
Let's do
Or
it.
smoked mac and cheese, or
Oh, do you do that?
We don't smoke the mac and cheese.
Oh.
It's just,
smoked beans.
oh, yeah, the beans are smoked.
What do you have in? What do you do in the
I am
beans?
getting hungry.
Do you do any do you like mango or anything like that in it? Peppers. It's getting me hungry now.
Yeah, prosciutto and mango.
Mango and beans. Oh, hit them all.
I can't tell you what goes in the beans.
No, I just got to try it sometime. When we have that episode, can we partake while we're eating, or while we're talking, or maybe before we actually have the
Chris is trying to schmooze some barbecue off you.
I am.
That's what he's trying
trying to get a
do.
commitment on the air. On the air.
I'm no
on-
sucker.
On the air.
What if we pay full price?
Yeah.
Then can we
Then
have
some.
it?
Oh, yeah.
How about you do it for half price and then double it?
Well, listen, it's been fun to be back together.
Yeah.
We're glad you joined us for the Lunch Break Podcast. Catch us again. We're gonna have Greg back. We will
Yeah,
talk
definitely.
about full priced barbecue, and it'll be a good time. But until then, we'll catch you next time.
On the Lunch Break Podcast.
Yeah.